In ecosystems, the flow of energy and transfer of biomass from one trophic level to another is due to a complex interaction among various communities. Hypothetically, plants and animals are assigned specific levels which corresponds to their feeding habits. Photosynthetic plants and microorganisms occupy the base of any such trophic level, followed by herbivores and carnivores. But in reality, any organism can represent multiple trophic levels in different food chains. Therefore, in an ecosystem, there exist interconnected food chains giving rise to a food web. Let us examine a food web in Western Ghats region of India. Here, the base of the ecological pyramid is formed by tropical montane forest, known as Shola forest, amid rolling grassland. The tropical Shola forest form the autotrophic level, deriving radiant energy from the sun, and with the help of water and soil nutrients, they form complex organic molecules. Among the large herbivores, animals inhabiting this hotspot are Nilgiri tahr, gaur, and Asian elephant. Malabar parakeet, squirrel, and Nilgiri wood pigeon are some of the smaller herbivores feeding on fruits and nuts. Among these herbivores, some animals like elephants have disproportionately large influence relative to their abundance, thus forming a keystone species in this ecosystem. Secondary consumers feed on the herbivores, birds like great hornbill, reptiles such as green snakes, large mammals like Malabar large spotted civet, lion-tailed macaque, Nilgiri langur, and endemic amphibians such as Bufo stomaticus or the bullfrog, Haplobatrachus tigerinus or the tiger frog, comprise secondary consumers eating a range of herbivores from small insects to rodents. Many secondary consumers eat both plants and animals and are called omnivores. Tertiary consumers include top-level carnivores. They occupy top position in an ecological pyramid and receive the least amount of sun's total energy in a food chain. They include many keystone species such as tigers, snow leopards, and leopards. Within Western Ghats, tertiary consumers include eagle, owl, mongoose, Indian wild dog or dhole, jackals, and keystone species such as tigers and leopards. Tertiary consumers also include scavengers such as vulture, which feed on carrion of dead animals. Some scavengers like hyena and jackals are top-level carnivores when they hunt in packs. Parasites feed on living biotic species and include mosquitoes, leech, and some bacteria and fungi. Finally, there are detritivores, which include large species such as centipedes, earthworms, millipedes, which break down the remains of dead animals from lower trophic level. Decomposers such as bacteria and fungi finally break down the excrement from detritivores. For example, worm cast of earthworms is acted upon by soil bacteria to release nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium and other trace elements into the ecosystem, thereby completing the nutrient cycle. In nature, an organism operates at different trophic levels. For example, Nilgiri tahr would forage on different varieties of grass and other vegetation. Nilgiri tahr, in turn, would be eaten by dhole, tiger, or a jackal. When a tiger or dhole dies, different types of scavengers and detritivores consume the dead remains to complete the energy cycle. This kind of complex interaction leads to a food web in an ecosystem. More diversity leads to a dynamic food web, which further makes any ecosystem sustainable.